Alright, let's see here. Y'all are going to go right there. We'll see how this goes. I make no guarantees that you all will not faceplant onto the floor while I'm driving, because I am not in my normal vehicle. See? Y'all move way easy. Way too easy. Let's hope this works. Alright, right there. So welcome and good morning. This is your host, Rovinda, welcoming you back to another edition of the Friday Morning Commute. It's been a week. It's been a very, very, very interesting week. So, essentially the story of this month has been sickness. Good morning. Thank you for joining DoD Uprising. Hope you're having a splendid day so far. I'm running off of 1 hour of sleep. So, anyways, well, more like 2 30-minute naps. But, so the story of this month is sickness. If you've been following on Twitter, you'll notice that you may have noticed that I've started a GoFundMe campaign to help offset some of these medical expenses that accumulate whenever you're in and out of doctor offices and hospitals and emergency rooms and all those fun shenanigans. So, I don't have that linked in the description. However, I will probably share the campaign when I get up to the office. So keep an eye out on Twitter for that, as well as YouTube, because when I post this video, I'll make sure I post the link to that campaign as well. So moving on from that, this week's been insane. My wife has been dealing with some pain with her hip, maybe kidney stone, maybe not, maybe joint, we don't know. It's essentially another one of those doctors really didn't run tests and just said, here, have some pain meds, or you just want pain meds. So, my wife doesn't want pain meds. She just wants to get better. She wants to figure out why she hurts and have that cured. And if the doctor won't help, then the doctor's being a jerk. I will admit I'm only running off like 2 30-minute naps. One of the other fun things of this week is my company is gearing up for a trade show that they're attending next week, and they're demoing the product. And so part of the work I've been doing this week is getting a couple projects finished up, getting demoable data into a demo rooftop from a previous client. However, they want to keep the data that's in that rooftop, so I essentially wrote a program to do a copy from one list of items to another list of items, creating the appropriate and needed items, hopefully. And it's currently running a test on my laptop, and I'll see how many errors I get when I get to the office. So I was up all night working in that. I got to the point where I could run a test about 6:30, and so I started running it, went and laid down in bed, got up at 7 to feed my youngest daughter, went back to bed, woke up about 7:40 when my mother-in-law was saying, hey, I'm almost there, stop by this food place to get food. I probably won't eat food. I need to eat food, but I won't eat food. So my downside to staying up all night is I'm not hungry. I get on edge, and so I don't eat, which is bad, but I try to drink a lot of water to help make up for that fact. And other things, so we'll see how today goes. It'll be interesting. I've done this a handful of times in the past. Usually I get 2 to 3 hours of sleep, or I'm up all night, so this will be a very interesting window where I've got, this much sleep. So, essentially running 36 hours straight, or so. I've been up with 2 naps since 8 a.m. yesterday, 7:48 a.m. Anyways, so it's Formal Friday. Woo! I haven't done Formal Friday in close to over a year. I actually have an Imgur album that I'll probably post on the YouTube as well. Thank you for joining the show, Corey Johnson 37. Welcome. Enjoy your stay. We'll get to Destiny sooner or later. So I'm excited to start back up again. I was actually prompted to do it by the T-Rex, and he made a comment, preparing for Formal Friday. I went, I haven't done that in forever, and I need to, because one of the things I love about my job, there's no really set expected work attire. I mean, as long as you've got jeans, closed-toe shoes, and a t-shirt, you're good. Because it's a technology company. But about a year ago, I decided, I'm going to do Formal Fridays. I've got a couple suits, and I've got enough suit separates to make a couple more suits, make it look presentable like I actually wear suits all the time. And so, Fridays are those odd days. Usually think casual Friday. Well, I want to do Formal Friday. So that's where it started with me. I kind of went lax with it when my third daughter was born, because she spent 6 weeks in the NICU. She was born at 31 weeks and 5 days. So she spent 6 weeks in NICU, and once she came home, all semblance of order went out the window. And then I think I was getting to the point where I was going to start it again. And then we had our youngest daughter, and she was also in the NICU, except this time she was only in there for 2 weeks. So that was really nice. But it's back. Hopefully things are calming down enough where I can make it a permanent part of my schedule. Because it's fun. I've got all the fun clothes and ties. Oh my goodness. My wife and I love to just sometimes go look at ties and see, ooh, what are the pretty ones? So, anyways, we'll get to Destiny now. And surprise, surprise, I have not played any this week. None whatsoever. I need to hop on at some point and redeem my Amalon. Yes, my Amalon pulse rifle. So that I can use that bad boy. Now, it was very interesting on the Arms Day packages last week. The Amalon actually had a Suros foundry icon over it, but you didn't notice that it was Amalon until you started reading the flavor text. And you went, wait, the package icon does not match the flavor text. So, as long as it's a pulse rifle, I'll be okay. It could be Suros, it could be Amalon. Maybe it was Haka. No, it was Amalon. I'm kind of interested in the foundries, but I haven't played enough to really get a feel for the weapons. So, we'll see about that. And it's Friday, so that means it's Thursday. I was actually up and cognizant at the reset enough to watch Twitter for the inevitable What Zur Has post. And so, he's got the usual 3 of coins, the heavy weapon ammo synthesis, the heavy whammies. Heavy whammy! It's going to be a fun day. I can feel it now. So the heavy whammies. So as for gear, I believe he has a helmet legacy engram for everyone who needs year 1 exotic helms. And then for the year 2, you've got the Heart of Praxic Fire for warlocks. You have a Titan Gauntlet. And then you have the Hunter's, I believe it's Celestial Nighthawk. All year 2 variants. I can't remember if I saw a weapon or not. It's been kind of intriguing. I think sometimes he has a weapon, sometimes he doesn't. I want to be more in the game. However, my focus right now is making sure my family is number one, and this person on my left is merging behind me, not in front of me. Gotta make sure they do that. I don't want them in front of me, especially in the boat I'm driving. So, that's another thing. My normal vehicle, my minivan, mine and my wife's minivan, is in the shop getting the front end repaired from a bump with the slug bug. The bug slugged back harder than we slugged it. But no one was hurt, so that was good. And that was back in April, before I started playing Destiny. I can't believe how long it's been. So, but it went in Tuesday, the start of the craziness. Should have been ready yesterday, but we'll see. I didn't get any. I got 2 phone calls, but they both hung up. I don't know if it was them or not yesterday. It's getting harder and harder. Back to Destiny. It's getting harder and harder to keep a blind eye towards all of the fun shenanigans. There's a lot of raid videos going up, and a lot of streamers are getting more kind of verbal about the raid. My clanmates are getting more verbal about the raid. I'm just like, I still haven't done anything, guys. Please, no. Please stop talking. This awesomeness, I can't handle this awesomeness. So, but I'm really glad. It looks like this is, I think, everyone's perception of what year 1 should have been. So, it's slightly, I find it nice that we're kind of getting an extension to year 1 with the year 2 content. Man, that is a bright sun. I am probably so white right now. The one thing I like is that it actually feels like you're on a mission to push back the darkness. That's the one thing I'm super, super glad to feel, especially with the quests and the exotic bounties that are actually like quest lines. It's getting to a point where the more I watch and the more I observe from the sidelines, I'm really can't wait to get in and get messing with year 2, full steam, streaming it, getting to a consistent stream schedule. It's just a lot of fun stuff. So I'm super excited about that. I know those who've been playing it seem to have been enjoying it immensely, except for the Black Spindle. Black Spindle. I get some sort of sadistic pleasure from watching everyone moan and bemoan and groan about the Black Spindle. But I would probably do the exact same thing if I was at that level to try for it. So, I'll keep my giggles to myself, because I won't be giggling when I run it and try to get it. But that's ways off. Yes, I know you have it. I saw your scope the day after you got it. Down to the wire. And then Mitch Windu got it as well. So, I don't know how that contest was supposed to pan out. In any case, that's another portion I'm really excited about, is the hidden exotics. Because you're just not sure anymore what they could be, or where they are in the world, which I really like. It's kind of like the skulls from Halo. You run in, and I remember playing Halo 2 and being like, okay, we're going to go get this goal, and then we're going to get this goal, and then we're going to play because it's just fun to play. And one of the schools that I really enjoyed getting was the grunt birthday party, because who doesn't enjoy shooting grunts in the head and then they explode and go, whee! I love it. It's awesome. You know, you kind of have it with the fallen as you pop their ether masks and they are exposed to the normal space, air stuff, depending on where you are. As their ether oozes out, but you know, if you don't have the kids cheering, it's not the same. It's not the same at all. Anyways, I'm at work. I kind of rambled this morning. That's what you get for an hour of sleep-ish. Not even. It's like 2 30-minute naps. It's going to be an awesome day. But thank you for joining in. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I will hopefully have better content next time. This week. This has been a fun week. I'm excited for this week to be over and everyone to be feeling better. Part of the reason it was so hectic is I was at home with my kids, so I wasn't able to get as much work as I needed to get done, accomplished. My brothers at my parents', because I've got 2 younger brothers that are just slightly older than my daughters, and the youngest one was sick, and then my dad got sick yesterday, so it's just like, oi, this is a week. This has been a week. But thank you for stopping by. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys come back. You can also view the previous ramblings on my Friday morning commutes. There we go. On YouTube, search for Rovin Doug. I'm the user with the long hair and the green and blue LED lights shining up the hair. It's an awesome photo. I enjoy it. Light painting is really fun. You can also follow me on Twitter to see when those videos go live after each airing or live airing of the Friday morning commute. I'm also a Twitch streamer. I am working getting to the point of having a consistent schedule. However, I will not give any indication as to when I may be live unless it's on Twitter right before I go live, and or you follow me on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/RovinDoug, and that will allow you to get an email alert when I go live. But Twitter is usually a great way to keep an eye on my activity. That's the main social media outlet I'm plugged in at. I don't really do Facebook, so that, potentially my loss. However, it's a choice I made, and a choice I'm going to stick to for the time being. So, again, thanks for stopping by. Please check out the GoFundMe that will be tweeted out here shortly, as well as on the YouTube video associated with this airing of the Friday morning commute. Just read it over, give it a share. A prayer about it would be wonderful. It's been a tough month for my wife and I, and we're hoping that with this upcoming month it'll be better, and with the community support we'll be able to get most of this behind us and be able to look towards, much more enjoyable things like the house we bought. So, it's going to be an awesome month. I'm really excited and looking forward to enjoying it with y'all. So I will see y'all later.